Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Are you all ready to learn all you need to know about money? Well, not all. We're going to talk about money today. Last week we talked about what to do when you have money, what to do with the money you have. And this week we're actually going to talk about how to make some money. And we're just going to jump right on into it because right now you're young. And we're talking, really, what we're talking about is making money when you're young. Not you become a professional and this is where you're going to stick to in your life. Maybe what you end up doing now is what you stick to for the rest of your life. But we're just talking about how to make some money now as a youngster, as a young person. Okay. It falls into two classes. One, either you're going to be an entrepreneur, kind of make something out of nothing, or you're going to work for a company. Let's get in today. Oh, here these people go again. I am trying to figure out how to get rid of some of these weird things. Remove. Give me a second, guys. We have these. Remove. Okay. I have these bots that just pop up in our chat, and we don't have time for that because they're advertising nothing that is going to be great for you all. Anyway, let's get into trying to figure out how to make some money. Like I was saying, it either falls into an entrepreneur or you can be working for somebody else. And honestly, they both have their plus and minuses, and let's get into it. I'm going to go over the plus and minuses of them, as well as the list of some of the jobs that may fall underneath that category for you all, as well as, later on in the show, I got some stories for you. I'm going to tell you about my driving skills or lack thereof. You're going to want to hear the story about how I reversed into something. I'm not even going to tell it all. It's at the very end of the show. And of course, I have some health and wellness tips for you. And we're going to look in Instagram because Instagram is a wellspring of beautiful posts that we all must explore together. So much more we have planned for you today on Tissues, talking truth to teen issues. Let's get right into it. Okay, we're going to let's tackle making money yourself first. You're going to try to go it on your own. And let's get into that. So the number one way to make money on your own. Give me a second here. I'm going to get it. All right. Oh, Lord. Sorry. I got it messed up just a little bit, but I'm gonna get you. I got you all. Okay. Number one way to make money when you're trying to be an entrepreneur, or number one advantage rather, is you get to develop marketing skills. Everything in life is about marketing. You may not think of it that way, but when you're applying for college, you're trying to sell yourself. When you're trying to interact with a teacher and negotiate you're trying to get a girl to go out with you or get a boy to go out with you, that's all marketing. That's selling. It may not be what you think, like advertising, Burger King or whatever, have it your way, or whatever marketing slogan they have. Marketing is a part of your everyday life. And when you are an entrepreneur, when you try to come up with something on your own to sell, to make money, you will learn marketing skills, the laws of supply and demand, location, all of those things, because you're going to have to figure those things out in order to make some money. And I'll list some examples of some jobs that fit into that category later on. Number two, overhead. When you are trying to make money on your own, trying to be an entrepreneur, you do have to think about overhead. And the truth of the matter is this overhead is the money that you put up front to make the business. You may need it to buy your equipment. If you're going to cut hair, if you're going to mow lawns, you may need it to buy your equipment. But this is yours. In the end, it's yours. It's not money that you've spent on anybody else. It is yours. So the overhead that you initially put into the company, the whatever you end up buying belongs to you. It does not belong to anybody else. That's an important part of being an entrepreneur, and an important part to think about, that there is some overhead costs to you to start the business. Number 3, it teaches you, being an entrepreneur teaches you the importance of relationship. It teaches you the importance of relationship, because if you have your own business, you're going to need to sell to somebody. And if you are mean, and if you don't show up on time, if you don't do what it is that you say you're going to do, all of that, it ends up bad for you in the long run. Your business will not thrive. It really teaches you the importance of interpersonal relationships. Because, if you're a business person, there is no way you're going to make it on your own alone. And so that's one of the advantages of being an entrepreneur. You really get to tighten up those skills overall. And also you end up getting to meet a lot of mentors, getting to learn a lot from people that knows much more than you in certain fields. Number 4, you prioritize learning. When you're an entrepreneur, when you're trying to do it yourself, you can't just get out there and just wing it. I mean, you may do that the first time, you may do that the second time, it is going to fail you. And then you really begin to understand the importance of really being skilled at your craft, understanding, knowing what you're doing. When you're working for somebody else, sometimes you can dial it in because such and such has got your back. When you're an entrepreneur, that's just not how it works. You have to be an expert. And if you're not an expert at the beginning, you're going to have to work towards expertise, because people are relying on you, on your services, to be good. It really is. Your reputation is on the line. So those are the 4 reasons I have for making money, being an entrepreneur, and the benefits of it. Of course, the biggest con is really it's on you. If you succeed, if you fail, if you sort of succeed or fail, it's all you. You are responsible for the success of the company, and understanding your market, understanding what you're selling, all of that. Now let's go into a list of some things that could potentially will fall under being an entrepreneur. Right now, as a young person, things that you can do. You could be a lifeguard. You could be an artist. So a lifeguard is kind of in between, because some people, lifeguards actually work for the exact pool, or some people actually contract with the pool. So they just like, okay, here I am, I'm a lifeguard, you pay me and I'll do it. So lifeguard can be so. You can be an artist, you can sell your artwork, you can make clothes. If your art is making clothes, you could fix people's clothes. You can do hair. Everybody needs a haircut. I got my hair done last week and it's braided up. Anytime I get my hair done, and I braid it up when it's damp, and when I take it down, it's like, yes, y'all, I should have done it for you all today, but I didn't. What, next week? Next week you'll get to see it. Oh no, I have some announcements for you. Next week you may not get to see. Anyway, you can do hair. You can do nails. Guys, you can give somebody a lineup. You could be a barber. I remember this guy in my freshman year in college. He was so good at cutting hair. He cut all kind of designs in people's. He cut designs in his own hair. Like, he had people. He was drawing people in his own head, in the back of his head. And I was like, how you did that? And he's like, I just use mirrors. I'm like, I could use mirrors, but mine wouldn't look that way. Anyway, you could do hair. You could babysit. You could do something in a trade. You could do some, for a trade, plumbing, electrical, those kind of things. You may have to study under some people first, apprentice under some people to be able to go out there and do it. Mechanic, you can learn how to fix cars. Those kind of trade things that you could really learn and even build on to make a career later in life. You could pressure wash, buy a pressure washer, and everybody's you've seen some people's driveway and some side of some people's houses, maybe mine, I don't know. You can buy a pressure washer and start washing people sideways and sidewalks and their siding and their homes. One of my friend's son, he started pressure washing, and in high school, he made a lot of money. And during the summer too, a lot of money. I won't throw out the boy's business. His dad always posted online, and I'm always impressed. I'm like, I'm gonna get my kid a pressure washer. Y'all, are y'all watching, boys? I'm gonna get y'all a pressure washer. Y'all get out there and make some money. Those are some ways that you could be an entrepreneur and make money. Now, let's talk about ways that you can work for somebody else, because there's nothing wrong with working for somebody else. And let's look at some of the advantages to working for somebody else. Number one advantage is you show up, you do your work, you go home. You basically just come, give your services and your time, and you're good. That's it, right? You don't have to think about paying no bills, paying no location. You don't have to think about any of those things. You can just show up and do your job. That is what I'm talking about when you decide to work for another company. The number two advantage is you get to really understand corporate America. You know, there's a lot of huge corporations that build up the infrastructure of the American economy, and McDonald's and Burger King and Chick-fil-A are one of them. You can sure enough get a job at one of those. My first job, you know, I had some other little things before. My first job was at McDonald's, and I worked there for my senior year of high school. I worked there. I didn't work there freshman year in college, but the whole rest of college I worked there because their schedule was flexible. I could take off, because I work hard for them when I was working, and then during the summer I took off so I can go on my travels, and they did that for me because, I was a good worker. But, that's one of the advantages of working for corporate America, but you do get to understand the corporate structure of large organizations. That is an advantage for working for somebody else. Number 3. They provide the equipment. I told you before, being an entrepreneur, you're going to have to get your own stuff. When you work with somebody else, they get the stuff for you. You don't have to worry about that. If it breaks, you don't have to do nothing. They got you. That's an advantage of working for another company, making money, working for somewhere else. Number 4, built-in customer base. They do all the marketing. They do all of that. You don't have to work. You just show up and do you. If you're a greeter, you just show up and greet. Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Welcome to Chick-fil-A. That's all you have to do when you work for another company. You don't have to worry about going out there trying to find people to buy your products. That's left up to your employer. Number 5, teamwork. These organizations, they tend to have a large base of people, the typical ones that you as a young person will end up working for anyway. Yeah, they're smaller mom and pop things, but in general, the typical ones, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, those kind of things, they have a large employee base, and you get to meet a lot of people. You're not out there going it alone, dragging your equipment from place to place. You got peeps with you, and you learn to work as a team. You learn how to interact with other people working for the same common goal. Now, yeah, all of that may sound good, but working for somebody else, there is a con to it. I'm sure lots of y'all can think of anything, but typically working for somebody else, especially when you're young, it really doesn't take your talent in mind. You may be an amazing artist, but Chick-fil-A don't need your art. They don't. They got big graphic designers that are out there working $100,000 a year to make sure the Chick-fil-A logo is perfect. They don't need you. They don't need your art. All they need you to do is stand out there in the drive-thru and serve that chicken. So that is one of the disadvantages of working for a large company. But you know what? You're a young person. The advantages are good. And let me tell you some examples of places that you could work for other people. Grocery stores, you can work retail, clothing stores. Kind of cool to be in the mall. Kids do people still go to the mall as much anymore? But if you work in the mall, you can see all your friends. You could go hang out at the food court, all of those things. And retail, fast food, I've already mentioned. And Lowe's, Home Depot, those kind of stores, dry cleaners, retail, some sort of company that you can work for as a young person. Little printing shop, FedEx, whoever that's close by, little Pizza Huts and different places that are around your neighborhood that want a teenager to come work on the weekends or a little bit after school. All right, so what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Are you gonna be your own entrepreneur right now as a young person? Do you wanna work for somebody and just have it all out there for you? Let me know in the comment section below which one works better for you. And while you're there, don't forget to click that like button. Click the like button. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're here. Oh, what's going on here? Click that like button. All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Okay. Now, let's see. There's something. Now we head to our I clicked the wrong one. I'm not perfect. We're living in Fount today. And today we're talking about the F in Fount. The F in Fount is for fuel. Fount is the 5 keys to wellness and wisdom to help unlock your best. And today we're actually talking about the timing of when you eat. Do you know that there's a specific time that you should eat? Well, what I want to really cover with you all there's a time when you should eat, and then there's a time where you shouldn't eat. Have you heard of intermittent fasting? Well, I'm not saying that you need to intermittent fast. What I'm saying is you need to have a period of time, at least 12 hours, where you do not have any food going into your mouth. Typically it's overnight. Well, so you eat, let's say you eat your last meal at 6 o'clock in the evening. You should not eat another meal until 6 o'clock the next day. And when I say meal, nothing, not a peanut, not a sunflower seed, nothing, only water during that period of time to allow your body a period of time where we get to, there's a term called autophagy. Look it up. And that's really where your body kind of cleans up the debris of the day. And you want to give your body at least 12, 13 hours at least. There's some people that go longer. I sometimes would go 24 hours without eating. Well, you know what? You're young, 6 to 10, 12 to 13. As you get older, the rules change a little bit, but 12 to 13 hours overnight without eating anything to really allow your body an opportunity to clean things up a bit. All right. You know what time it is. Time to head to Instagram. But before we do, I do want us to know about Global Teen Wellness Hour. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Wisdomteethinger YouTube, we will be talking about resilience. Do you know what that word means? I mean, it's a huge word and most of y'all are familiar with, but it's really just overcoming things. How do you get past some of the tough things in life? And I've talked to you all before that life can be tough. And tomorrow we're going to learn how to overcome. We're going to have five young people. We're going to have one young person. She is coming to us from New York. I'm not going to tell you what she's going to talk about, but listen, it's going to be good. We have another guy. He is a young politician. Oh, he's right here from this right here in this area. He has a great story he wants to share. All of them have a great story they want to share. We have another guy. He's a freshman at Cornell. Super interesting young man. He has a story he has to share with us. Listen, we have another young girl. She's a soccer player. And we have another guy that he is actually going to be coming to us all the way from Germany. Listen, it's going to be a fun time. And then let's not even forget, our co-host is coming from Hungary. You remember him, Dorian? He was on the last Global Teen Wellness Hour as our special guest. He traveled the world by bicycle for 4 years. You know he's going to be interesting to insert some of his insights into being resilient. And our special guest, our extra special guest is going to be Christian Moore. And he is a resilience expert. It's going to be a fun time. Join us tomorrow live right here on Instagram. It's 1 p.m. And listen, if you're at school and you have a sub, why don't you have your sub log into this, right? Y'all don't have nothing to do. You can have your sub log in or ask your teacher, hey, let's watch Global Teen Wellness Hour. Why not? It's learning. We need to be resilient. We're young. All right. Anyway, drop some likes there. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a fun time. Looking forward to seeing all of you there. Okay. Let's get into the gram. Let's see what's going on in the gram. Let's see what's going on in the gram. Okay, so you have to hear the sound for this one. You have to hear the sound. Let me fix it. Let me fix it for y'all. Wait. This. Let me get it. Let me get it. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me get the sound for you. Okay. Here we go. That's so cool, right? I wonder how long they practiced to do this. That is too cool. This girl got me on watches. Wait. Shot. She needs to join the NBA. She needs to do something with that skill. Like what? Where can she utilize this skill? Please help her figure out where she can utilize this skill and help her out. That is amazing. Oh. You know, I always have to throw some 19
years champion, Liam Costello from Lee's Korea.
He can jump. This guy is, look at that. Do you see how high he's leaping in the air? I would break something. Absolutely break something. I always love Irish dancers. One of my neighbor's daughter is a champion Irish dancer. Oh, you know about Ethiopian people. Y'all know that's my favorite dance. I love one of my good friends is Ethiopian. I told you I went to this Ethiopian club once. They thought I was Ethiopian too. I've lost a little bit of my touch, but I got it. All right, more dancing. What's going on, Dana? How are you? Welcome back. love dancers. Maybe I should have been a professional dancer. Oh, this is too cool. This is too cool. Oh, look at those, the fish. It looks like a human being, right? Like walking across the ocean floor. It looks like a human being. That is so cool. Nature is amazing. Nature is amazing. Oh, I had to show this one. Do y'all know who this is? I know it's before your time. Muhammad Ali, the greatest boxer of all time. When they say the GOAT, this is the GOAT. Do you see those reflexes? Bam, 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 bam. Like, you can't touch this. Can't touch this. He's got skills. He's got reflexes. Y'all need to work on your reflexes like that. He's the best. This one. Wait. Okay, it takes a little long, but it's creepy. It's creepy. Watch this. Watch it. It's gonna take a little while. Watch that. Will he do it? Will he be able to do it? Do you think he can swallow the egg? You all think he can swallow the egg? Let me know if you think he could swallow that egg. Let me know if you think that snake's gonna be able to swallow the egg and smash that like. Well, there he is. He did it! He did it! He did it! He swallowed that whole thing. That is crazy. I choked watching it. I did. That was crazy. Oh, this one is fun. That skill. Okay, this one. My husband's Haitian, so I have to put a little compa on, of course. My husband's Haitian. The music is called compa. All right. Little dance break. Oh, this is good. Wait. Drum line. Wait. Watch these guys. These guys are amazing. They're skillful. They are beyond words. They are beyond words. If y'all were supposed to make like an Instagram video, what would you make one about? What is your super talent? Let me know down in the comment section below. What's your talent? What is your talent that you would share that we would be wowed by? Anybody? Share me your talent. I know Zidane is watching. I know he's a musician. Enzio is an artist. Jefe, Xander, I'm not sure tell me what's your talent, Xander. Tell me what is your talent. All right. Anyway, so you know what part this is. This is where we talk specifically to a specific type of person. We talking to the nice guy today. You may have already seen it in the description. We are talking to the nice guy. Xander, basketball. Hey, maybe you could come by. Wait, are you gonna go to Wyoming? If you're gonna go to Wyoming, we'll all find each other and play basketball together. Yeah, we'll keep up. Anyway, the nice guy, teen archetype. We are talking to the nice guy. You're the person that the teacher can always rely on. He or she always asks you to take stuff to the office because you're reliable. You're not going to get in trouble. You're not going to stop and visit your friends. You're going to go to the office, drop the stuff off, and come right back. You open the doors for people. Your parents don't have to ask you a lot of times to do. You're just a nice person, a nice guy. And unfortunately, it seems like when you're young, nice guys finish last. People think you're a pushover. People think you're trying to kiss up to other people, adults. That's why you're always nice. They don't really appreciate you, especially your friends. Well, not friends, but the other people in your class and stuff. They just think you're a kiss up when you're trying to get over. Listen, don't you worry about them. Yes, it may not be appreciated right now when you're young. The other people around you think they look up to the people that's always getting in trouble. You don't worry about that. Your niceness is worthwhile and needed in this world. You will go on to do great things. Continue being nice. Do not let anybody discourage you from that, make you feel that you're a sellout or that you're a kiss up just because you're being nice. No. Nice guys will finish first. They will. Right now, you may feel like it though. They say nice guys finish last. And it's only because, yeah, people love edgy people that are always on the verge of being thrown in jail. Why are people like that? I don't know. People tend to like that until they need the nice person to help them out. Don't you worry about that. You are not being nice because you want other people's attention or anything or praise. You're being nice because being nice is the right thing to do. Continue being nice. Take care, Xander. Until next time, I have my last story about my driving. You have to come back and watch it, okay? Because it's kind of funny. And before I show it, actually, I do have to show you all Xander, next week, I am gonna stream another live. So I won't be personally live, but I'm streaming a special video. Then I'll be back live the following week. But I'll be here. We'll still be here. It's just that it'll be a special video. Just leave a comment next week, okay? All right. Last part of the show, you know how it is. I gotta share a story. Listen, I embarrass myself so you don't have to go through these embarrassments later in life. And I have a video to show before I tell you all about my embarrassing situation. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Okay, this is the driving test in China. And okay, watch what they do. At least that's what they say it is, the driving test in China. Look at this part. Look at this. Okay, this is the end. They're reversing, they're parallel parking. I'm a pretty good parallel parker. So here, it's starting over. Ta 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 ta. Ta ta ta. That part, the reversing. But they're not done. There's more reversing to come. So they're checking to see the reversing. And then, wait. It's just like a skill test, making sure that you're able to drive properly. Here's the part that took me out. Wait. They have to reverse around a curve. They're going backwards around a lot of curves. And I'm going to put it on, while it's playing, I'm going to tell you all my story. Yeah, I was about 19 years old. I just got my license. Yeah, I decided to wait later to get my license. And I got my license. And reverse was just not my thing. I barely passed the reverse part of the driving test, but I did get my license and they were good. Hey, carry on, young woman, you're good. You've got your license. I'm driving up and down. Going forward, I was perfect. I went forward. I stopped at stoplight. I looked, I'll turn, I'll pull into parking lots and then pull through because I didn't like reverse. I avoided reverse at all costs. I was looking for parking spaces that had no cars in front of it so I could pull through it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'll be facing outwards so I don't have to reverse. I did that all the time because reverse was not my thing. This incident happened when I couldn't get that parking space. I could not get that parking space. I had to pull in to a regular parking space that I had to back out of. And that's when it happened. Went into the store, came back. No big deal. No big deal. Until it was time to reverse. I reverse. Ooh. I ran straight into a pole. I don't know where that pole came from. I promise you that pole was not there when I parked. It could not have been there. I would have seen it, wouldn't I? Well, maybe I wouldn't have, because I ran into the pole. I did. Put a dent right in the middle of the back of the car. That wasn't even my only reverse incident. Another time, I was reversing out our garage, and my front bumper got caught on the side of the garage, and I was just like, oh, why does it feel like it's pulling? And I ripped the whole bumper off the car. Reverse is not my thing. I've gotten better over the years, but this one, as a new driver, I was horrible at it. Listen, when you get your license, there are going to be things that you're not super good at. Keep practicing them. Recognize what they are and keep practicing them. Wisdom understands that there are going to be things that you're not good at. When you have a car and a vehicle that you're driving, it's a big responsibility. It really is. And you need to be better at your skill. Hopefully, maybe we should all take that Chinese driving test where they have this really intricate thing that you have to go through. But you know, even if we don't do that, really work on your ability to drive, because this is a machine that you have control. It may seem like no big deal. It is a big deal. And some backing up tips that I have learned over the years because I had to is, one, use the mirrors when you're backing up. And now we even have those backup, those camera things, rear view cameras. What are they called? Let me know in the comment section. I can't think of it right now. You have those. You can look in those. And take your time when you're reversing. Take your time when you're reversing. And you can get the hang of it. Trust me on this one. Then there is stupidness. They're like, you know, I can't do it. And I'm not going to learn. We just have to go pull forward all the time. We just wing it. We just wing it and wait and see what happens. They never practice improving on the parts of driving that they're not good at. That is not good, because you actually have a huge machine that you're in control of. Listen, there's wisdom and there's stupidness. Choose wisdom. Okay. That's it for our show today, guys. Remember, show me your brightest, show me your best, show me the latest guru. God's wisdom lets theirs look like stupidness. Don't forget to join Global Teen Wellness Hour tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe. I don't know I have to go in and figure out what's going on with my like and subscribe button. I'll get it fixed up here. I don't know. It's gone, but I'll fix it for the next time. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.